All right, let's take a little bit of a break here. And, this is going to be a very Marvel DC focused episode of the Access Blockbusters Pod because, WandaVision and Agatha all along and Elizabeth Olsen and Penguin. But let's take a little bit of a break here and talk about another property that I just adore, which is Stranger Things. I love this show unabashedly. I know that it's one of those popular shows, right? It's what got Netflix super popular to begin with. I don't really care if, it's popular to hate it now or what. I love the show. I really love the show. It's in my top 3 shows of all time, I think. Maybe top 5. We'll see. But anyways, I've been on board with the show ever since probably the beginning of the pandemic. Around 2020 is when I saw the first 3 seasons. I love them. Couldn't wait for season 4. Watched season 4 in those 2 parts when it came out in, I believe it was 2022, right? Mid 2022, like something like May and July or something like that. Really amazing. I loved season 4 as well. They went even more horror with it, a little more sci-fi, but more horror with Vecna and the Upside Down and everything like that. So that was awesome. So we've all been waiting for Stranger Things 5, and it was going to take a while because this is going to be, sadly, the final season. Although there are going to be spin-offs and whatnot, but with the main cast, this is going to be the final season. All good things must come to an end. And, they've been filming for a while. I mean, they got shut down because of the writers and actors strike and whatnot. So they've been filming for a while. Also, these are just massive productions. If you guys remember season 4, the last episode alone was 2 hours. I think episode 7 was something like 80, 90, even 100 minutes long. It's crazy. I love how long the episodes are. They don't care. They're just going to make the show because it's Netflix's crown jewel. And they're just going to make whatever show they want to. And luckily, the Duffer Brothers are so talented and so such amazing storytellers that they just nail it every time. It doesn't matter how long the episodes are. The episodes are as long as they need them to be, which is awesome. And they're, by the way, Marvel, try making an hour and a half episode of television, see what happens. But anyways, yeah, so we've all been waiting for Stranger 5 news, and we finally have gotten kind of our first teaser trailer for Stranger Things 5. Now, when I saw the announcement come out the other day, I was really excited. I've been waiting for some kind of visuals about Stranger Things 5, and what is this? Is this our first teaser trailer? I clicked on it, I watched it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed. I would have liked to seen an actual teaser trailer, but it's fine because once I sat back and took some notes and kind of thought out what I wanted to talk about here, there are actually some really exciting nuggets here that we get to talk about on the podcast. And I think that we'll get our teaser trailer eventually. I'm sure the show isn't coming out probably until fall of 2025 is what I would imagine, maybe late summer, and so still plenty of time to release as many trailers as you want from now and then. So let's go through. There are really 3 big reveals. Not big reveals, but three reveals, 3 things to talk about here in with this little teaser trailer. 2 just kind of small things, and then 1, being the episode titles. Obviously, that was the big point of the teaser trailer. So we'll talk about the episode titles at the end as the 3rd point. But the first thing that is noticeable here is Stranger Things 5 is coming in 2025. And perhaps that is a no-duh kind of moment, but with a show like this, with how massive it's been, with how many delays it's gone through, I actually had heard for a while there were rumors that it might even get pushed to 2026. It kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed until I was like, I'm just going to be happy when it does come out, And now we get confirmation it is coming in 2025. Now, this could mean a whole host of things. It could mean it's literally coming out in 13 months. It could come out Christmas 2025. We even got a little tease of Wonder Man, and Wonder Man isn't coming out until December 2025. So who knows what 2025 is. My suspicion, though, I think they wrap shooting. I believe they wrap shooting. I could be wrong about that. But my suspicion is that they'll probably do that same kind of model as they did before, where they released half the episodes. Maybe even they'll split it out even further. I would love a weekly style of episode for Stranger Things because the episodes are so complete and whole on their own, but they have such good cliffhangers at the end of each episode, so I love that about the show. But anyways, we'll see what Netflix decides to do. They were the binge streaming platform for a long time, and now they're slowly starting to break away from that, so we'll see. But 2025, it could mean anything. It could mean July, it could mean October, it could mean, I don't think it's going to mean March or April. I would say the earliest it's going to come out, earliest is probably midsummer of 2025, but still, it's really exciting. It's really exciting we get that confirmation. Second thing we get confirmed, this series takes place in fall of 1987. Now, I at first didn't quite realize the significance of this until I looked some things up and I read some other articles and realized that this means that this is going to take place a year and a half after Stranger Things 4. Now, Stranger Things 4 apparently took place in 1986. and in the summer of 1986, and Stranger Things 5 taking place in fall of 1987 means it's going to take place about a year and a half after Stranger Things 4, which is interesting because we knew this was going to happen because, again, the actors are just aging. They're in their early 20s, I believe. They're growing up really fast. So you can't really pretend that this is all going to happen right afterwards. Who knows if they would have done the same thing if they were able to just have the actors look the same? Who knows? But anyways, there's a reason. There is one reason that they're going to make this time jump. It's interesting, though, because at the end of Stranger Things 4, it ended on such a not weird cliffhanger, but such an interesting place to then have a time jump for, because obviously the whole Hawkins is kind of consumed by the Upside Down in a weird way. So we'll see. We'll see what this means. But there is going to be, we knew there was going to be a time jump, and we now know it's going to be about a year and a half, which is a little bit over. It's, between season 4 and season 5 is going to be about 3 years. So again, a little bit over, but still in the realm of plausibility between those two seasons. So that makes some sense. And then finally, we get the big reveals. I think actually some of these episode titles, if not all of them, I think some of them at least, had been revealed before by the Duffer Brothers, but we get our full list of episode titles. So we get, I think there are going to be 8 episodes in the season. I'm just going to read them out. We get The Crawl is episode 1. Episode 2 is The Vanishing of Blank, although I believe we had gotten confirmation at some point, or maybe a rumor, that this was going to be The Vanishing of Nancy Wheeler. Very interesting. Number 3, episode 3 is The Turnbow Trap. Number 4 is Sorcerer. Number 5 is Shock Jock. 6 is Escape from Camazotz, I guess. Camazotz. Episode 7 is The Bridge, and episode 8 is The Right Side Up. So, again, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to play the game. What can you glean from these episode titles? Probably nothing. Hardly anything. I guess Nancy Wheeler is going to disappear. Obviously, there are some really interesting parallels. Obviously, episode 2 being called The Vanishing of Nancy Wheeler. If you guys remember episode 1, season 1, The Vanishing of Will Byers. So, there's a parallel there. The Crawl, no idea. Turnbow Trap, no idea. Sorcerer, maybe Will. Will was the sorcerer always in the D&D game, so that might be a Will episode. Shock Jock, Steve used to be a jock. He's not anymore. I love Steve. Everyone loves Steve. Escape from Camazotz, I don't know what Camazotz is. No idea. The Bridge, it sounds, well, I mean, that's what penultimate episodes are. They're usually bridges to the finale, so that makes some sense. And then I don't know. I'm a sucker for the episode titles that are kind of cheesy but just make sense, especially with these finales. And The Right Side Up, come on, the Upside Down, The Right Side Up, it's perfect. I love it. I know it maybe is a bit on the nose, but I don't even know what's going to happen in it, other than probably everyone's going to die. I don't know. I'm going to be sad. But yeah, I think that's a great episode title, but nothing really to glean here. Just some interesting news, about Stranger Things 5, and just the fact that it's getting closer, guys. And I think in a few months, probably in a couple months in early 2025, we're going to get our first trailer, and we're going to be off. And I'm really excited to just, learn a little bit about what the season's about, but not too much until the show actually comes out. So are you guys excited for Stranger Things 5? Did you check out the teaser trailer, and what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below if you're excited for season 5.